I'm happy we all have a similar experience
I'm
with
cutting all
this.
this out, so I don't know who you're talking about.
Wow!
Next question.
Wow! I'm real deal afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Unpopular Opinion. I am your host, Robert Darnell Williams, aka The Free Will. Today we have with us Miss Mika Christina of the Doses of Truth podcast. Woo! You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, what the Doses of Truth podcast is, where can they find y'all?
You go into that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I am one of the hosts of Doses of Truth podcast. My other host is not with us today. Doses of Truth podcast is basically giving you different shades of truth. We talk about everything: hip hop, sex, intimacy, relationships, everything you can think of.
Y'all need Bobby.
And self-love and personal development. So tune in, go follow Doses of Truth podcast on Instagram and YouTube.
We're going to make sure that we have her in the description so y'all can just click on the link, check out some of her episodes. I believe they got another one coming up by the time y'all see this. So also joining us today, we got Special K.
Ooh, Special K.
Okay. K is good enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our girl behind the scenes, our editor-in-chief, Miss Kaylin Vance. She wanted to step out from behind the camera. You know what they say, you got to step out from behind that panel sometimes. And she's going to be joining us on the panel today. Hopefully she got some to talk. You feel me? See how I edited that out today? I want everybody to know I'm mad at Bobby. I'm really mad at Bobby. I'm really mad at Bobby. They don't even know what happened.
He's being petty right now, but you know.
I'm not. The nigga was late. Mad late.
I'm here though.
Mad late.
I'm here. But
Mad
how y'all
late.
doing? My name Big Bobby. Nice to meet y'all. Now let's get into it.
So the title of today's episode is called Pretty Hurts. So the also famous Beyonce song, this idea came from Aisha Curry. She's been under fire for a while. So her most recent exploits was she popped up on Red Table Talk, hosted by Jada Pinkett Smith. And what happened was she made a comment, I don't know it quote for quote, but she made a comment somewhere around the lines of like, she didn't feel as desirable as she wanted to be. And it's like, that's kind of, me as a dude, I don't know how to feel about that. Because if your man don't make you feel love, then why you out here looking for attention from other people?
I think her comment, okay, let's clarify really quick. Her comment was basically saying that she sees her husband getting a lot of female attention all the time, and she doesn't feel she gets that from men.
Okay.
That was
the
her
thing.
statement. Let's get it.
People took it way out of context.
Way out.
Hey,
of
all I
context.
said, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
No. I'm just saying the reaction to people.
Right.
The reaction people gave it was like way bigger than it needed to be.
Yeah, I caught
I'm not
the
sure.
reactions
I think
first.
that would give the proper reaction. I mean, like.
Did you have a question, Alex?
I did. No, I got questions. Y'all know we got questions. It's just when I heard about it, I heard the reactions first, and then I went back and I watched the clip, and I was like,
watched the episode, which is a difference between watching a 30-second clip online.
So we're gonna jump into our first question. With everything, with the whole Aisha Curry situation in mind, my first question is, what does it take for women to feel secure in their own image?
Does it take for women to feel secure in their own image?
Yes.
Time. It takes a long time because you're a little girl for a while, and then you hit like puberty and being a teenager, and that's a whole nother set of things thrown at you from all over the place. And then I feel like where I'm at right now in the 20s, I feel self-confident in my. Huh?
You just 20-something?
I'm 22. Actually.
You look good for 22. Go ahead, man. Black woman.
I feel like now that in my 20s, I kind of feel like I'm getting more, like I'm more secure in my image than I have ever been. Mm-hmm. But I also hear from a lot of older women that like when you hit 30s, 40s, you feel better than ever before. So I feel like it's like as time goes on, you get more and more secure in who you are, I would say.
Ms. Mika?
I think experiences and growth as well, like she was stating, time. So as you evolve into the woman you're becoming, you're going to experience things that's going to actually teach you a lot about yourself. So you just have to take in all those experiences and just grow with it. I mean, don't rush it. Take your time getting to know yourself, honestly. And I think that goes a lot with, studying who you are. If it has to deal with, personal reading, learning what you like, learning what you don't like, and don't being afraid to speak on that and being yourself. That really takes a lot for you to be secure about yourself, because there's a lot of people coming in left to right telling you that you can't do this or this is not who you are. But if you're confident in yourself and you know what you like, you know what you don't like, then nobody can't tell you otherwise. So that's my thing.
Can you give us an experience?
Yeah, I had an experience whereas I lost myself. When I went out of high school, I went into a long relationship, and that relationship was more towards that person. I wrapped my whole life around that person. So I dropped out of college. I stopped working, and I was just focusing on that relationship that I forgot who I was. I forgot who, and it took a lot. I really had to leave that relationship because it just took a big toll on me. And when I left that relationship, it was a lot because I had to start from the ground and work my way back up. And that became through reading, that became through experiences, that became through actually crying, depression, which I had. So studying who I was, that was my experience of, learning and evolving.
Do you think that when women get in relationships, they prioritize the male's needs more so than their own?
Correct, they definitely do. As you can see, women, we're the ones that become mothers. And, when we get pregnant, our baby's our world. So forget about us, we can't be selfish anymore. We have to care about them. And I'm putting that in an example of when we're in a relationship with a man, we have to make sure he's okay. We have to make sure everything is good in the house, and we forget about what we have to do and who we are. So yes, that is.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes, as far as women being nurturers, a lot of us we like feeling like we're needed. So helping other people all the time, or making sure that everybody else is okay, is a way that women, I think, oftentimes make themselves feel okay, rather than actually taking care of themselves.
Right.
So I think it is pretty easy not for everybody obviously, but I think it is pretty easy for some people to just get wrapped up in a relationship, because sometimes making someone else feel good makes you feel good.
Right.
But that could also be a bad thing if you go too far with it.
Understandable. So now, just on our perspective of it, because a lot of the comments that I read, with the whole Aisha Curry deal, was like, if your man is consistently loving you, why are you seeking that attention from other men? Because like as a dude, I feel that, because it's like, why do you need validation from all these other dudes, or why is it that, why are you so worried about the women that he's getting? So it's like, that's I want to hear from Bobby this time, and I'll share. But it's that whole conundrum. It does kind of, I don't know. I really don't see no point to that. So because even just after listening to y'all, I feel like after hearing y'all and just looking back at her whole situation again, it's like, it's simply because because her husband gets so much attention, she feels like she should get that same amount or something like that. Or it's just like, does all of her being a wife and her having kids and all of that, because she's had so many bodily changes, her image has changed throughout their marriage and throughout both of their careers, because she has an established career too. So it's like, does she feel less secure because she's not getting attention? Because me, when I look at it, it's like, if you're a married man, and even with some of my homies, when they get girlfriends, let's say Bobby get a girl, right? And Bobby's girl, me and her were friends before her and Bobby started going out. I'm not gonna talk to her the same way, nor am I gonna, our relationship dynamic is gonna change out of respect for her relationship. So the attention that we gave each other as friends is gonna be different. It's not like it's all not there, but it's certain stuff that we talk about, I'm not gonna talk to you about it anymore. Certain, being around you is gonna be different, because I have to respect what you and him have now. So you're not gonna have that much male interaction. That's why I'm looking at it on that side. But that's just out of respect for that relationship altogether. So my thing is still, why would she want that confirmation from other men if she's already gotten it and getting it?
It's just about feeling good. It's not.
You
it's
feel
not.
like you still
It's
have
obviously.
it.
It's not assuming that he's gonna pursue any of these women that are talking to him. It's not assuming that she would pursue any of the men that are talking to her, or lack thereof, I guess. But I think it's just that she has an established career now, but she hasn't always had an established career. Like we just said, some women get swept up in their marriages. She was Steph Curry's wife long before we knew her as Aisha Curry. So
She wasn't though.
And she also has 3 children.
She was
Back to
acting
back
her
with
She
that.
has
5
3.
years.
She has 3 children under like 5, I think.
Yeah,
5 or
years.
6.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's I don't know. It's just something about like compliments. Compliments make everybody feel good.
Okay. All right. Clearly, the man loves his wife. There is no reason why you need words and affirmation from the world to feel satisfied. So that's me personally, because if a man loves you and gives you motivation, devotion every day, like there's no reason why you shouldn't want what he desires.
I feel what you're saying, but you have to know what it is being a woman. Like, it's not saying that she's going out there like, I need him jumping in my DMs.
Exactly.
I need him jumping in my DMs so I can feel good. It's just the point of the matter is, yes, she just had an established career, like 3 years ago. But she was Steph Curry's wife. She saw all these groupies in
And
front of
still
her
sees
husband's
it.
face. She saw all the disrespect, all of that. So you had children back to back. She went through body changes, mindset changes. You just want to feel good. Yeah, your husband done seen you in the dark. Your husband done seen you in the light. But you want to feel good. You want to know that, all right, my husband have this. I want to feel that validation as well. And not gonna lie, I don't care what any female says, but we want that appreciation. We do want that validation that, we still look good or we still got it.
So the second one is image really everything? Because a lot of this feels like it pertains to her image. If she wants to be seen as the wife, if she doesn't want to be seen as just Steph Curry's wife, she wants her image to mean something, or she's trying to validate her image in some type of way.
Imagine if, let's go back to the Bobby has a girlfriend situation. You go out with your girlfriend, and she's like the baddest chick on the block, right? You go out with her all the time. Every time you're at dinner with her, not in separate places, and guys coming up talking to her in your face, you're not gonna feel the type of way about it?
Not towards her, but
She doesn't feel the way towards him.
It's not towards him.
It's not towards him at all. It's
It's
because
her.
it's like I'm sitting right here. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing.
People walk bone rush me
Girls
to go to my
literally-
husband.
Exactly, and it's like
okay.
I'm just sitting here like.
So
So to not stray too far off the topic, so image really is everything, because image plays to some degree, image can play to how important you see yourself as.
It could, yeah.
Because it's like
and it's an internal thing. Your soul also reflects your image as well. So it could be an internal thing. Like right now, she is basically, and what I mean by soul is what's going on in the inside. It reveals on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, with her, she admitted she had depression. She has this depression and these questions that she always questioned herself, like especially what she experienced and seeing what happened when she's in a situation with her husband, Steph Curry. All those questions play a big part in how she reacted on the Red Table Talk. She's just letting you guys know, like, this is how I felt. Not saying that she still feels this way, but she's letting you guys know that I am Steph Curry's wife, but I'm also a human. Mm-hmm. I'm also women. This is how women generalizing how we feel when we're in a relationship. And it's not just Steph Curry. I could be dating somebody else that's not like Steph Curry, but he's like handsome. He's like fine. And I see these women coming rushing him. Of course, I'm going to step back and be like, dang, did you not just see me right there with my man? Like, so questioning that, you're like, whoa. And that's when you really look into the mirror and realize, like, dang, like, I'm not pretty. And sometimes we do question it.
Yeah.
Question ourselves because of that. So she's not in fault because of that. And she's not in fault relaying that message of how she feeling. It's okay to feel that way. There's nothing wrong with you feeling that way. And I'm sure she went to Steph Curry and already talked about that with him. And he understands that.
Yeah, because
right.
It's important, like what she said, it's important that again, if you watch the actual episode, she said that that's a way she felt in the past. She's not saying that's how she feels right now. She said she felt that way in a time where she wasn't really working. She was just home all the time and he was on the road all the time. She was talking about the past. She wasn't talking about right now.
So, and then listen to this one in full. Women prioritize image as a means for survival. Even when it comes to support, it's based on looks.
Run that back.
So the question was, women prioritize image as a means for survival, which we did kind of touch on a little bit. But the second part of that is, even when it comes to support, it's based on looks.
True.
So, a little. You want me to give my insight? Y'all just want to go ahead and dig at it.
I'm not for this, so let's go.
So,
Finish check.
So in coming up in like plotting this episode out, I would think about how I recognize a lot of female friend groups, and then if you just look at that, their dynamic, sometimes you can see like a lot of the trendy looking Instagram wannabe girls or whatever. It's like they all look a similar fashion, or it's like I don't see too many girls that hang out with people that look drastically different than them, whether it be because they find a commonality between their looks or it's like a status thing. So it's like, oh, I hear a lot of times women struggling about how they either don't have a good support system or there's always this competitiveness, but it's like, well, how are you building your support system? A lot of times it looks like it's based off of how your people look.
But I do see that a lot. So with the image part, I do think that some women have different motives for different situations. So image nowadays have been portrayed as that's the key thing to survival because of social media, because of society makes it seem that way. You have to be pretty to get what you want. And that's a lot of times that's, you know, retained in our head. Like, okay, like, damn, if I get pretty, you know, I can get in the club for free, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or I can get my bills paid for free. So that's automatically with a lot of females, the way they think like that. And plus, you know, I don't know about the whole friend thing because, I mean, I don't look at it like, oh, she has to be pretty. I look at it more in depth with like, she has to have a good heart. She needs to be loyal. She has to fuck with me. So I can't really comment on that, but I have seen that and like, huh? Yes, that's a good But so I can't really comment on that part, but I do know that it is society. Society has brainwashed a lot of females to think that, you know, the image and how you look is survival. And you can't blame it because it has become reality. You know, a lot of that, if you see it a lot, pretty women get what they want.
Alright, so back to the original question, support system. I feel like you need more time with women than men because with men, we don't really care. We care about looks, but it's not that thing. More about like businesses or like money or this and that. But women, like you have to stress women that they look good like 5 times a day. Like you seen that video, like you look good, you look good. You have to do that because it's like it's so like Instagram or social media alone, desensitize the morals of women or the mentality because okay, she looks good. Why is she like all these followers? She doesn't do anything. A dunce, like whatever. Looks good, all these followers, she get everything she wants. But oh, I'm over here in the gym every day, you know, in school, this and that, and I still don't get the same type of attention. So like, there's a women's sports team are like strong, like it's not just her friends. If she has a boyfriend, her boyfriend telling her mom telling her cousin, like they want you to know that you look good regardless of what anybody thinks.
Go ahead, Kay.
I don't know. I definitely get what you were saying about the friend groups because depending on the person's motives, I have seen people like be friends with other people to make them look better in comparison, that kind of situation. I personally do not hang out with people that I don't like, so looks are
and you're here.
She likes it.
Oh,
you know. I don't hang out with people that I don't actually like, so that wouldn't be an issue for me personally, but I have seen it before.
And that came from, because a lot of these were more like women-centered questions, so a lot of that is just male outside looking in, trying to be like, because that was something that really, really vexed me with that whole situation, because it's like, as a man, it's like, you feel insecure in yourself, and then it's like, well, damn, I'm not helping you enough.
Yeah.
The support system you got ain't helping you enough because that whole Curry clan is damn beautiful. Like, holy shit. But it's just like, your own people who look similar to you, look like you. It's like, I don't know, as a dude, I don't know what it's gonna take. I know it's at the end of the day, it's more on the person. It's just like you have to reaffirm yourself, but it's like.
And I don't think saying that her support system didn't help her. I think it's also important to know that we don't know how long she kept that inside before she told anyone. So she could have been feeling that way for years before she even mentioned it. And I'm sure she talked to Steph about it because he didn't seem surprised when all this happened. So,
do you guys like when men talk to you, like speaking or like try to holler at you? Like,
what do you mean that I don't like when they try to holler at me, but I do like how if they come up and confront me and have a nice conversation. Yeah.
And then not to put nobody's business.
I just don't like the term holler. That rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, the approach definitely.
Alright,
sometimes it's like.
Go ahead.
Alright, so I've seen like I've heard stories, girls telling me like 10 guys talk to me today, or try to talk to me today. Like it's like if you actually like, okay, you walking down a strip, right? and you follow a beautiful lady, you can actually see how many men try to talk to her in that one strip. Like at least one here, and then she keeps walking another one, boom, another one, boom. Like sometimes I feel like that would be annoying. You know, I just want to.
Quite
It is annoying. I mean, it is annoying, but I mean, you can't help it.
Yeah,
it's not something you can't help.
It's annoying, but at the same time, you desire it because it helps. It lets you know that you're still desirable.
That's the question. Does it boost the ego?
Yeah.
Come on, niggas, now be out here standing up. Let's go, spraying. Let me talk about what we talking about.
Because I'm like,
that's what we talking about.
I'll give you that.
So, but the thing is, like, it's annoying. You don't like it, but now a follow up to that. Is it more of a thing where you want it when you're single or when you're together? Because I feel like if Aisha was single, it really wouldn't be too much of a problem. Because if you're a taken woman, like, you still need that validation, or is it just flat out annoying because you secured what you got? Or do you need it in either situation? Is it still, not presumptuous, that's wrong, completely wrong word, but is it still valid? This is why I was having
that was a good point.
I was befuddled.
I'll give it to you guys.
I was befuddled like a mug.
Wow.
See?
And to say?
You better not cut this out the video either.
I think we do desire that attention, correct? You know, as women, we do want that attention. However, it's a different type of feeling when you're single versus when you're in a relationship. In a relationship, when you're single, of course, you want to, you know, you're pretty. You want a guy to come up to you, approach you, tell you you're pretty, the compliments. My 5 love language is words of affirmation. Mm-hmm. So I like that stuff. You know, I like you telling me, oh, you look good. That's just what I grieve off of, you know. So, but in a relationship, honestly, I feel
like we can't really make a point.
I can't really make a point.
We can't really make our point anymore. I think as far as being approached by guys, it depends on the approach, I feel like. Because there are, stop looking at me like that. You said, we don't like for guys to approach us, but we still like that attention. I feel like it depends on how you come up, because if you come off creepy, or if you come off like dangerous, low key, it's like, stop. But if a guy, like, it's different if someone walks up and like was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know you're beautiful, whatever, and then leaves, and it's like, oh, that was nice, that made me feel good. That's 2 different things. Like like someone talking to you with a motive and someone just giving you a compliment is 2 different things. So someone just walking up and be like, hey, you look good tonight, and then I'll be like, oh, thanks, and then part ways.
I see, I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt. So go back to the Aisha Curry thing.
And then we gotta wrap it.
Yes, and we're gonna wrap it up. So quick, go back to the Aisha Curry thing. Mm-hmm. I don't think she is seeking, like, you guys are still making it seem like she is seeking attention. I just feel as though that, again, as a woman, we go through body changes, especially, I've never been pregnant, but I know people who have been. You know, we go through changes. Your man is going to tell you you're beautiful regardless. He's not going to sit here and be like, baby, you're ugly. Get it together. Hopefully he doesn't say that. So we already know he's going to say that you're pretty. But just, again, feeling that, you know, is not saying that we're asking for that attention. We're having people that say, hey, you look good. You know, you look pretty. And she never, you know, she might mean from females as well. She might mean from men as well. But that's not saying that because my man have told me I'm pretty, I'm going to put that to the side and request that from other men. She's not saying it like that at all.
All right, so that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode of The Unpopular Opinion. Again, thank you, Miss Mika Christina, for coming out.
Thank
Doses
you guys.
of Truth podcast.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna have that link listed below, so please check out her episodes. They do some wild stuff. Watch her interviews, dog. And then we have our editor coming from behind the camera, Miss Kaylin V. Special K. Joining us today. And then we got our regulars, Big Bobby. Shout out to Dub. She couldn't be here today, but still love you, still miss you. And look forward to seeing her in the next one. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I am your devil's advocate, Mr. Robert Williams, a.k.a. The Free Will. Peace.